lessons were learned, and like the few things, the few hiccups were throughout that's endemic. It's part and parcel of the process. So it's gonna, like I said, bigger, better, more badass. And I can tell you, like that week, because the show started on Friday. I was in Joburg from that Monday.
Yeah, man, yeah.
And and I only left Joburg the following Wednesday, I think it was.
She left Wednesday.
Yeah, the following Wednesday. So like that entire week and a half.
We were sick.
I was sick.
We
I
were
was
sick.
tired. I was just saying, but like just that energy. That Friday morning when the gates opened, like by that time I was already exhausted. I was like just hanging, and
I'm just thinking about how, like, where I was told was, and at 9 o'clock normally when the show opens, you've got till at least 10 o'clock.
No.
Of dust, you can dust your merchandise, so you can start to move things around. It's like, maybe that'll be better there, and talk to some people. 1 minute past 9.
People are there.
People are there. And when I mean people, I don't mean 3 people.
And I'm like,
I mean like 300
people.
people.
Influx. Like, I remember I was upstairs at the panel halls, and so I was like, I'll have time. It's going to be chilled over here. It's going to be lacquer. It's going to be fine. But wow, it was just amazing. But I want to say that, when I say that,
that's not a complaint. It's not a complaint.
It's a compliment. It's
yeah.
such a thing because the energy of people. Like I had my Goku moment. Like you get those of you who watch Dragon Ball Z. Goku is like, I'm gonna make a spell bomb. Send me some of your energy. I was like stealing energy from people because just like, I need to do this thing with just something else. So that was September, and by the time we got around to October,
I need to actually see what happened in October, because September just made me exhausted. so as we got back, and then we started planning for our next event. As soon as we got back, we had 2 events.
Yeah.
In October.
Yeah, remind me again.
So the main one we started with was Venom.
Oh.
Another highly anticipated film.
But in the build up with Venom, there was that other thing. But let's talk about the Venom movie.
Wait, let's go back quickly. What was the other thing?
No, I don't want to spoil it. Okay. Like the later that month.
Okay. So
I don't want to spoil it.
So look, we had the Venom thing, and Zaid had already worked on a cosplay for Venom, so he had it with him at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
He didn't have much time with it because he was...
I wore it for literally like not even 30 minutes. And in that 30 minutes, I took out so many photos. So I don't know how like the other cosplay... And it was just a mask and the hands. That was it. So like, and I felt like I was dying.
So it's fair to say, like, in the 3 years that we're doing these events, apart from Stokinoko and Nas and the movie studios, I've probably spoken to you the most.
Yeah.
For him, right?
Yeah.
Probably the most.
Yeah.
At Comic-Con, I stayed with his brother at Comic-Con. We had a B&B together, and I'd see Zaid at the whole Comic-Con. I saw Zaid a maximum of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If I add up all the 3 days, and maybe at the end when you sat down with me for like 10 minutes on the last day after the show, let's talk about how little time we spent, and that was not based on the fact that we were avoiding each other. It was just the amount of work and the amount of people, the sheer volume of people. If you were standing across us, to get to my store would have taken 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And for me to get to him took 20 minutes each time, and I saw him for like literally, Zaid, how's it going? What's happening? You got time to have something to drink? No, I'm going to a panel.
Yeah, I'll check it later.
So I'll come down now for now. Never saw him. After the show, we'll meet up for supper.
Yeah,
a couple of times.
And eating our sleep. Yeah, and like there's when you're hungry but you're too tired to eat.
Yeah,
like that happened to me.
Food just tasted like. Yeah, I don't remember what it actually tasted. I know we drank a lot of like water and.
Oh no, it was just something else. But I can't wait. I cannot wait. 21st to the 24th of September.
Yeah, next year.
Next year, 2019.
Yeah.
I'm already living in the future.
We got one extra day as well.
I cannot wait. It is going to be amazing. I've got these running shoes on right now. I can't lift my feet up that high just yet, but I'm practicing with these shoes. I'm breaking this shit down, ready to do this thing.
Okay, so we went back to Comic-Con, but anyway, so Zaid had this Venom cosplay that he made out of toilet paper and helmet and
with glue and some stuff. Yeah,
some
crazy.
Artificial nails.
Yeah. That was a funny conversation to have, because like I went into this like one of these little stores, and I went in there and I was like, I need to get nails, and so Zaid looks at me, and like she's like, why? I was like, no, I need the nails for something I'm doing. And I don't know why she didn't assume that maybe I have a wife or a girlfriend or something like that, but she was like convinced
because you
that
said I need the nails.
Yeah, but I could have
I
made
need
it
the
for
nails for my wife or girlfriend. I need the nails
Oh
for a performance I'm doing. So I thought a lot of things.
Yeah, okay, fair point, but please go on.
Okay,
go on.
so anyway, so Zaid had this cosplay, and we were doing the Venom movie, and then he put the mask on, and we had this idea, a bunch of us. Let's talk about the Venom movie firstly. Let's talk about the cosplay and the Venom movie.
Oh jeez, okay. The Venom movie was something else. I had a lot of expectations for it. The movie went in a slightly different direction than I expected. It was such a fun night out. I do feel that after something like Infinity War, everyone expects like superhero movies to have this gravitas to them. But in all honesty, what you really want with a night out at the movies is just to go out, meet up with your friends, get some overpriced popcorn and have a good time.
And I think Venom was one of those movies that didn't take itself seriously.
Yes. You knew exactly what it was.
Exactly what it was.
It's just a fun movie.
Kind of like when you go to watch Deadpool.
Yeah.
You don't need to see story.
Yeah.
You want to see Venom, how he became Venom.
Yeah.
The performance of the two different guys, Eddie Brock and then Venom himself.
And what does he look like?
What does he look like? How does he beat the villain?
That's about it.
Dude.
Now, this was the first event, like for me as well, it was the first event after Comic-Con.
And we weren't going to do this one, by the way.
Yeah.
Infinity War had taken us a full circle where we decided that we're not going to be doing movie anymore because it's just becoming for two people to handle. And also, Zaid lives in Bergville.
Yeah.
If people don't know, and
it's the middle of nowhere.
And for him to come down, like we had done this year, all of us had done so much of traveling. At that point, we had reached the stage of almost burnout.
Yeah.
Almost burnout. We'll get to that just now. And we were just like exhausted, and the thought of doing another film, because people just assume. I actually heard a rumor that we've got family in the cinema business. And so that's how we get movies. So I've heard that story as well. So I just want to put that to rest.
There's a lot of work.
There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's
proposals,
no
and then there's
approvals.
You gotta explain what will happen when this happens, how you're gonna do that, and
security concerns.
Then what's your marketing campaign gonna be, and even if you're making footage, how do you make your footage? What are you gonna do? How's that footage going to be disseminated? It's a lot of
work. Which poster you're using, which artwork you're using.
That's
if you're doing a horizontal artwork or a vertical artwork, it's totally different.
What guys don't realize is that it's a lot more than just a night at the movies.
Yeah. There's a lot of work that goes into it.
It's a lot of work.
No complaints because we want to have the event just as much as you guys do. So at that point it was just like in the thought process from February till the end of the year all the different first time we did other cons. As opposed to we normally just do Icon. We had other things, and in my mind I was getting exhausted thinking about doing a film, and we've been talking about the logistics of doing it. It was getting harder and harder to do in terms of getting approvals and stuff. And then so we just decided we weren't going to do it, but then the opportunity came with Sony South Africa actually wanted to do something really big, and it's different when people keep coming to you and saying, "Are you doing Venom?
Are you doing Venom?
Are you doing Venom?"
And can I tell them? Can I tell them the thing? What was changed? And I think it's a little bit of validation. You must be doing something right when suddenly the studios, or the guys who hold the rights to the movie, the distributors, are like, you know what? Listen, we heard about you guys. We know what you're doing, so we want to do this for you. So. Project Mayhem were the only guys in South Africa to get. There was a special comic. It's just we don't have any of them over here. There was a special comic, the Venom official movie merchandise comic, and they were the only guys in South Africa to get that from Sony to give to the people who attended their event. Yeah. So at that point, I was like, first of all, check here. I need the comic. Second of all, you have to do the function, otherwise you're not going to get the comics.
Yeah.
So dingers, man, dingers.
Yeah, I mean, beyond dingers. It was just a matter of the fact that we were quite humbled that people like the studios and stuff like that wanted to get involved and wanted to give away tickets and wanted to give away this and that. So we were quite excited about that.
And it wasn't even just then. Suddenly, it stopped being about just like comic book movies. Now studios were talking about like other movies outside of
in
that.
October, in October, UIP. Penny who was at UIP. She called us and wanted to do a giveaway for the Halloween movie.
Yes.
And one of the better Halloween movies. Let's not say was it just a normal slash film. And we had a night different from what we normally do, where we just gave away tickets to people who were interested in going for the film, and that was at Suncoast. And we had a good night out with UIP, and just before Halloween, it set the tone for what we had coming after that. So and then we obviously it was very, 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 very good for us to meet other people as well, not only from our industry, from others as well. Okay, so in the aftermath of Comic Con and the Venom movie, in between all that was the launch of Project Mayhem being the official retailer in South Africa for Bandai to Machination.
That's right. We've got some here, right? So basically, looking at these bad boys. So there's a whole range of them. We did a launch video and we did a launch event.
In October.
In October.
So if they go to our events page and they scroll down after the Comic Con stuff and reach October, you'll find the Bandai launch event. Click more info. It'll open a video with a whole lot of reactions and unboxings and bloopers as well.
That was so much fun.
It was quite fun.
And like again,
take this one.
Yeah, thanks. I actually don't mind holding this one. I actually like this one. Yes, might pick this up. Very, very awesome figure indeed. But I think like but that time you were talking about bordering on burnout.
But that weekend I couldn't feel it actually. I didn't really know that we were in the red zone. What sportsmen would call the red zone.
But
just about
then,
before you pull a gasket.
But then, as life would have it, the NAS and he's had started chatting to some now very good friends of ours. The guys from Superburger,
yeah.
And
we actually chatted to them like way earlier in the year.
Yeah.
About something that's going to happen way later in the year, and we put it off a few times. And then, sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's all good.
Just a little bit of insight though. We had planned to do, it's an international event called Halloween Comic Fest.
Yes.
Where it's similar to Free Comic Book Day, where you get these specially themed Halloween comics to give away for free.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't get them for free, but as a gesture from our side to the comic book world, we hand those comics out for free to anybody who attends. We just have to create the dynamic for what we wanted to do. So we had this idea that we would team up with a very public venue to get more people involved in comics, not just our fans like what we've done on Free Comic Book Day, and get them down to this place. We needed something to get them down there, not generally comic book readers, but to entice new readers. Get you down there on Halloween, dress up in cosplay. Mix it with the brands that are there, like Superburger, who teamed up with us, and the other wonderful brands that are in and around that area. Get accustomed to what we do.
That's it. Basically, give the average person, as it were, an opportunity to look through the keyhole at this amazing lifestyle, because that's really why it is. It is a lifestyle. And in true Project Mayhem fashion, we decided that it's not going to be okay to just put out an announcement to say, okay, we're going to be here, we're going to do this. No. What we did was we gathered some friends for some midnight shoots, and we did this entire video campaign. Yeah?
So we've been talking about the video campaign, I think, pre-Comic-Con. I would think, maybe not in such detail, but I was like, hey, this is what I'd like to do. I had this idea to do a couple of shorts. 5 or 6 shorts where it was a kind of short stories that implied like horror stories, small little short Halloween little stories, and we're trying to find the most efficient way of doing it so it has the right impact and it does all those things. A couple of teasers leading up to the event, And once the other, Superburger were keen and happy to, to lend us the space and stuff to do these shoots, we wrote in like, I think we didn't even put them down on paper first.
Yeah.
We just spoke about the creative aspect of what we'd like to get on camera, and I think it was like maybe 1 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah.
One of the nights, I think it was day after Venom.
Yeah.
It was a Saturday, so Venom was on Friday night. I think it was the 7th of October. It was a Saturday. We went out there at like 1 in the morning, and with Daniel from Happy Chappy.
Yeah.
Like, follow, subscribe. He came out there with his camera, and we shot some scenes. First, I think it was just Zaid and I and Nas. The first night was just us, and we shot some scenes with the Venom. Very, very loose, amateur style, guerrilla style filming with a cell phone camera and masks.
Yeah.
And not even on, holding the mask, and Zaid going up the stairs with the crutch and stuff. You watch we don't want to tell you too much behind the scenes, so you can actually, get the full idea of what we try to do. We'll put the link somewhere here.
Yeah.
For Halloween
Definitely.
videos. So we did these Halloween teasers, and we never expected it to come out the way they did. I don't think if we had even a professional crew on site, we could have done a better job than what we did. I'm not even trying to toot our own horn here.
No. I think the work speaks for itself, fantastic. Right? So elsewhere on the channel, we're going to put the links below, and you're going to see some of them. Well, hopefully, maybe somewhere around here, some of the video footage. But we were able to rally some of the cosplayers, and just wow, we're just amazing.
We shot it in three different days, 3 different times. You won't believe that Zaid was only available for 2 of those days.
Yeah.
Was the Venom shot was the first one.
Yeah.
And then the one day with Lauren and...
That's it. And there were certain segments where like the people who were in them never even met. And that's how well, like Dan
and the rest of it together.
Did it, so it was tops and stuff. It was
very well done.
So but exhausting. Yeah.
So so those shoots were fine. We had no idea that
it was the funnest to shoot all
fun,
the videos.
Yeah. It was fun, and then
it actually made us want to go and record our own movie.
Yeah. So coming soon.
We were gonna do something when we're not so tired. But yeah, so in October we did these shoots, and we put it. The last video was released on the day of the actual event.
Yes.
But leading up to that event, it got really hot in Durban. In KZN, really, really hot. Like temperature wise, it got like really exhaustingly hot, and a few of us.
Not few of us.
Dear Lord.
You.
So I've been being told for years or for weeks and months, take a break. You guys need to take a break. Have a rest. And literally since we started Project Mayhem, I think we had one holiday.
No, we didn't.
We went to Plet the once, but anyway, that's so we had this one instance where we had a holiday in that time, but the rest of the time we've just been working like flat out, and we have regular jobs as well. Most people don't know.
Yeah, all of us
have regular jobs. Nas included, sitting on the floor now.
Yeah.
But everything takes its toll, and everybody likes to try and do, especially with us. We like I wouldn't say perfections, but we don't like to leave things.
Can I tell the story? Because you're sugarcoating it. Can I tell the story? Okay. So what happened was, in the build up to this thing, so everyone with Nas, myself, Tang, these are boss. You know what? Just leave it. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. And these are like, no, it's fine. I got this. It's fine. No, it's fine. I'll handle this. So we get to the Halloween fest now, right? So it's a very experimental thing. It's a very, very experimental thing. It's the first time we're doing it. It's the first time we're partnering up with this other brand. And there's a lot riding on it for everyone.
And it's going to be like thousands of people there.
And so now, like, when I arrived there a little earlier. And there were already, like, people running around in cosplay and kids in cosplay. And you know what? And I was like, okay.
And they haven't even set up.
And we're running behind schedule. Now, one thing I'll tell you is that the NAS is never late. Lisa is always late, but the NAS is never late.
She comes with me. How can I?
No, but like if you are late, it's her fault. I mean, it's your fault, not her fault. So anyway, and so when Lisa comes there, like in somebody's not right. You can see like the lights are on, but like
Nobody's
No one's
No,
home,
you're
you know.
given the
The
steering
hamster,
wheel.
the
You're
hamster
given the
turning
steering
when it's
wheel.
like going
You're given the steering wheel to someone else.
And you know, like, so now I was like, what's wrong? And it turns out that he had collapsed earlier in the day and hit his head the day before.
I twisted my knee.
Twisted his knee. And so this guy actually had sunstroke. He actually had sunstroke, burnout,
stress,
and he had a fever.
and a panic attack.
And a panic. Okay, so now we're there at this function. I'm like, okay, so what do we do now? Like, do we continue or do we bail? Because like, I mean, I can do my part, Ness can do her part, but you know, like, we'll carry you. But I know this guy is very much a perfectionist, so it's like working in a team like this. You know, you have to, you know, everyone. It's a trifecta. It's at the Deathly Hallows. Each one has its own thing to do. That day there, so you got the thunder stick and he was klar.
I just said, listen, you guys, we worked together for so long, all of us. We had a good run. No, I'm joking. No, I said I very much trust you guys. You got this. And Nas, for the most part, did
Everything.
Set up, took the boxes, set the shelves.
So when do I get a break again?
I don't know when you get a break, but
have a stroke. Have a heat shot.
I think that's all I did. I chose the spot. I was like, everything must go there.
There
and Zaid. We cordoned off a parking space. And Zaid and I put a cone there. And we sat there and we spoke. But then, to be fair, Zaid did carry the emceeing of the event from the beginning.
We had a lot of fun.
I think I did cameraman work.
We did also have pretty much a lot of help as well. Rita was
Yeah.
And that's the next part that I want to talk about. You know, the Project Mayhem family, because that's really what it is. You know, it's a family, and you know, I think, you know, the people that we've met over the years, the people that we link up with, you know, there are some guys whose contributions are invaluable. You know,
once again, I don't want to actually mention names, but you know, because I'm in fear of forgetting someone.
Yeah.
But like I would say, if I'm absolutely honest, I would say since maybe Thor Ragnarok or Spider-Man, and maybe before that as well. But I remember around about the time where we started using the VIP lounge, where we started to create this dynamic experience that we wanted to create for fans. Is we had Zaid running pretty much the media section upstairs. We got Fahim and Nafisa doing their bit as well. You know, whether it's just to, while I'm busy and Zaid's busy entertaining people, telling them what to do, because we've done this so many times that the guys who come regularly know the drill and they can see when we're under pressure and we don't have the manpower to cater for it. Our family members will try and help every now and then. Like we got to Da, we'll say, can I help with anything? Can I carry this, or can I do this, or can I? And it's just stuff like
just for directing people.
Just for directing people, tell them that look,
players.
this is where you can get your, because we have, you know, so when you come for the events, hopefully some of you guys who are not from the area will come for the events, or even first time, you'll see that we do it differently. Your popcorn and Coke and stuff like that is you've catered for it in a totally separate area where it's exclusive to you, so you don't have to wait in the queues. And enter the cinema early before anybody else, from a different entrance from everybody else from the VIP section. You can chill for an hour or two before the film. You can engage with the cosplayers. You can have a chat with Zaid. You can do photo shoots. You can, you know,
there's a lot that can be done. It's a lot.
I mean, we created this, and when I say we, I mean like the Project Mayhem family, as they were saying. It goes steps beyond Nas and I, because the movie experience is not only us; it's everybody. So we're always taking on points like what's next, because we came to a point where we were doing things for like 5 movies in a row the same way, and we wanted to create something new. And so every time we added a different thing, we started giving posters, free like little bags, goodie bags or something, or whatever the case was. Just trying to make it a cinema experience worthwhile, because we understand it's expensive. We understand that it takes a lot to get a family of 4 or 5 people out to the cinema. And we wanted to create something where we can bring people back into, to watch movies with like-minded people in a different way. So some of a lot of the stuff that you'll see comes from a discussion or an amalgamation of ideas in networking with guys like Zaid and Abdullah, who used to Marauder Photography, used to take our photographs for us. With Nilofer, who used to do pictures.
For yourself photography,
Nilofer.
It's just amazing.
It's amazing how many people come together for these things.
The talent, the wealth of experience, the wealth of expertise,
and the cosplayers as well. Cosplayers as well. I mean, a lot of when I first, like when we said we got into learning about cosplayers, I heard that there was a lot of heat between cosplayers when it came to things. There's a lot of politics involved. But I can tell you that the Durban cosplayers always help each other out. With ideas and use this material and do that. And we're fortunate enough to see behind the curtain of a lot of those things. And we get to see how people network and build their ideas and do stuff. And I think that.
Actually, what we forgot to talk about. It wasn't really an event, but it was like something that we did, and that was a special project. So we partnered up with Malcolmy Cosplay and Jinskiri Cosplay.
That was so much fun. Actually, that now that you mentioned that was a pretense was a test run that I in my mind had done for the little segment for Halloween. Seeing how well that worked with the small shorts and stuff, and I think Zaid had a pretty drawn out screenplay, and for what he wanted to do, he had it written down. And I think it's fair to say that the finished product, with the input we all put in, was not totally different.
No, it was light years above and beyond
what
anything I could have envisaged. Because some of you might have watched it. The "Don't Be That Old" segment. It was basically the build up to Comic-Con. To prep you for how to engage with cosplayers. And two very good friends. Yes, my two very good friends, Malcolmy Cosplay and Jinskiri Cosplay, who were at the time preparing for their trip to Japan.
I think
the World Championships of Cosplaying.
A week
so in the build up to their to their trip, they took some time out now to help me with that project, and so we did this thing.
And let's not beat around the bush. They are very well known, very very professional cosplayers. It's not like a run, like it's just with all due respect for everybody else in the industry. They have a massive following and a massive
crazy awesome. And what we did was
to get them to actually listen to
do that. and you have an idea, you have a vision, and just like something as simple as but you know what, like Mao for example, they should say because I was like so what I'll do is I'll suggest that I'll make a suggestive gesture. Then she's like no, we commit to it. Commit to it. You need to do the touch, and then I'll do it. I was like. But just their commitment to their craft, their commitment to creating art.
And the openness to say, when we had an idea to say, let's not shoot it from here, let's shoot it from the first person. Kind of things.
And it was just a wonderful experience, and I
we did quite a few alternate takes. It was like 3 or 4 hours. We were just doing a small 2-minute video.
It was slightly longer than that, but whatever the case was, it was just slightly just amazing. So I forgot about that completely.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was just tough.
That was a lot of fun. And then
that was October for us. So that was October, finishing up with the Halloween.
We did the Halloween Comic Fest, and that drew the line under that. We took some time off, recovered where we could, and we did some stuff. So there was a lot of stuff in October. I think we needed a break after Comic Con because Comic Con was massive. It was hectic. And we were sick. Well, I was sick. Coming back, Nas was for a few days as well, and we went straight into planning for Venom. And we did Venom, and then we had a lot of stuff straight after that, which I think led to more of it. So that's a lesson to everybody. If your body's telling you slow down, slow down. Because that was quite scary. And then. Thankfully, I had my birthday was November. I had a relaxing time. That's why I'm looking a little bit alive on a Sunday. So we had November. We did Black Friday, I think, but that was also like it was more chill. It wasn't anything major. And we'll talk about some of the new stuff that's come out in the end of the year. And then led us to December, which is Aquaman, which was on Friday.
And an amazing movie. And once again, an amazing event. And what's really awesome is that, since Comic-Con, and again, Comic-Con just was a catalyst for a lot of people. It created, I think you said this earlier, it created an awareness in people for, there is this out there. There is the space for me
Yeah.
to go to and this and that. So there've been so many new people who have been joining us over the last 2 events. So obviously, you know, it was a little bit of a shock for us as well because we're so used to, you know, even though there's dozens of people that come to the events, you know, there's dozens of people that you are used to, so they know the drill. So we had quite a few new people come in.
Ranesh was there.
You know,
right?
so
good to see Ranesh.
we had quite a few new people pop in, and
Krista.
her as
She's
well.
come for this is the second one.
Yes, that's right.
Second event.
So you know, just to name 2 people, and you know, now once again, you know, you got to evolve. You know, you got to come up with new ways of doing things and like. You know, like other ways to engage people. You know, like to engage people in the ideas. So, so we
Working on it.
Got some new ideas. Got some new ideas. Got some stuff working
to
towards.
us. About a surprise. Give them a surprise thing for next year.
Do you want to know? It's up to you. You can tell them.
Let's leave something for January.
Okay. Right. So it's something we're working on. I think you guys are gonna love it. You know, we really. Let's leave it there. Let's just leave it there.
So
you know.
Tell us now today.
No, but I think you know. So we're gonna do another video just now where we're gonna talk about some of our highlights.
Yeah.
We just realized that this one here has run long over an hour. So, but
supposed to do a 40-minute video.
So whoops.
But,
So that was the year in review. It was an amazing year. And you know, it was a life-changing year. Honestly, you know, so many amazing people. You know, so many amazing. I think it's the people that make it.
The people we met there at the show.
Oh, we even forgot about the celebs, man.
Yeah, we'll put some inserts.
We'll put some of the highlights like all
highlights.
throughout of there,
Yeah.
and that's.
Because we got to meet Kevin Sussman.
I did, you guys. I mean, he came to your store and he wanted to get the
He wanted to serve a customer. I mean, that guy was like so down to earth. I mean, very
What a
cool.
gentleman! What a gentleman!
Took a
The
picture with us
artist.
as well, and wow.
And that was just the thing, you know. Like I think for me, the biggest thing about like 2018, if I can say, the biggest thing for me was just getting to meet people and connecting with people. You know.
You know, it's like it's one thing to say you're a household name. It's one thing to be a household name.
Yeah.
You know, if I show you our emails and our social media and the growth graph since Comic-Con is amazing. And I'm not talking about just somebody who's clicking like. I'm talking about engaging people. Because it's not about just having the numbers. It's about communicating with the people who are your numbers. And
So true.
I'm sure you find it the same. We're getting a lot of feedback from people, and that's good. That means it means something to people. It's not just the numbers thing. So I think on that front, we can pretty much say that this year has been busy.
It's been a good year.
It's been a good year. We're fortunate. We're lucky. We're thankful. We're humble.
Yeah. So I think humbled.
Humble,
That's
humble is the word.
That's
And thankful to the people for being patient with us and being supportive. A lot of encouragement, you know, because we're gonna talk about a little bit about some of the stores.
Yeah. In another video, we just want to do. So this was just like the event segment. So we're gonna talk about some of the developments that we've seen in
Throughout
the community
Africa.
as a whole, and
We
yeah.
promised
So,
to keep that one a little bit concise, a little bit. So you know, this one we're gonna try and see what we can do.
yeah.
But
It's
yeah.
just like, you know, when you're sharing life experiences, you know, it's very, very difficult to ring fence it because it's very, very hard to communicate in words what the heart is feeling. And like
We're trying to
my
give you
heart-
guys an idea of what it is from our point of view. You know, give you an idea of insight from our side of how we felt. And you're welcome to comment and give us your point of view. If you didn't feel, you know, it's fair enough. If you didn't feel the same way about a movie or an event or whatever it is, if you share your views, it's not a problem.
We'll make it better.
We'll make it better. We'll
Work
try
on
our
that.
best.
Work on that.
So
Yeah.
thanks.
So thanks a lot. So as is always the case, be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, do all that stuff. We'll chat to you guys soon. Ciao.